Okay, so today, as we deepen our relationship to ourselves, we're going to play this game, and I'll give you some background on the game. Every day, whether we're willing to admit it or not, we do try to manipulate other people's impressions of us in small ways, large ways, whatever. But we're always kind of adding amendments and things to what we've said or to our own actions or what we think the other person is receiving off of us in order to make sure that they're receiving it how we want or that they're not getting the impression that we don't want them to have. All of that kind of thing. We're trying to manipulate their impression of us in certain ways. It doesn't have to be like devious, or ill-mannered, ill-intentioned manipulation. It could be well-intentioned. You just want them to see you how you see yourself, but it happens. We're always kind of making these little add-ins, these little amendments to fluff it up and make sure they've got you right. And so the game is, you cannot do it. You cannot add in anything. If they're going to take you how they're going to take you, and you're just going to let that be. You can't smooth it over or, add things in unless you're going to claim it out loud, 100% full vulnerability. I'm worried that you're going to have this impression of me and I don't want you to. Therefore, here's what I'm saying. Okay, so it can't be the sideways stuff. It has to be the 100% either. I am not going to do it. I'm going to let my actions come across how they do without smoothing it over, or let what I just said come out how it did without explanation, without back talking it, without, putting a big smile on or trying to make sure they're still happy, or, saying something super complimentary so that they think that you're still nice or that you're still, in a good mood or something. You're going to stand by what comes out of you and let it be how it is, and let it be read how it is read without too much intervention. Or you're going to call it and say, I really want to say something nice about you right now because I'm afraid the thing that I just said was a little too harsh, and I don't want you to have the impression of me that I'm harsh and don't like you. Therefore, I'm going to pay you a compliment, and here it is. Okay, so then you'd have to claim it really, really loud and proud, really vulnerably, all details on the table, and see how that goes. See how many days you can do it. See how difficult that is for you, how easy it is for you, whether you already do that, and whether you'll be able to tell right away how much how many amendments you add, and how many you don't. Like if it's like, I don't do that a lot, or I do it a ton. And you'll have to stop yourself and notice them every single time. So you'll really be taking real life, real action assessment of them. And see how long you can go with it. I say at least 3 days, because it takes about that long to really see day to day how things are different. My activities are different today than they will be tomorrow, and the people I interact with might be different, or my mood might be different, or the level of responsibility that's on my back that certain day is going to be different, and all those things contribute to making this different, and noticing how those do make it different. When you're under a lot more pressure, does this happen more often or less often? Because you're so focused on your goal that you don't tend to the impressions that others are having of you nearly as much. Does it happen more when things are slower paced and more bored? I don't know, but it'll be interesting to find out. This is the experiment. We're just going deeper. We're asking ourselves more questions and trying games, trying some other stuff, see how hard they are, see what it tells us about ourselves.